Hey guys, it is Monday morning and on the Lovin Dubai show we spoke all about the big updates at Jebel Ali Beach, what you need to know if you're travelling from DXB this summer, and the man who's looking for love in Dubai because he met a lady at McCafferty's and he wants to go all the way.
It was a very cool episode, so if you are not subscribed to the Lovin Dubai show podcast, subscribe wherever you get your podcast from and enjoy the show.
Good morning, Dubai. Happy start of the week. Welcome to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories. Our top story for you today, the big updates happening at Jebel Ali Beach.
As well, only passengers allowed inside DXB during peak season.
We're talking about the Dubai man who turned to Facebook looking for a blonde woman that he met at McCafferty's this weekend.
As well, a model posing as a live mannequin sparks an online debate.
It is 175 days since the war began on October 7th in Gaza. The current death toll stands at 38,153. The number of injured people is 87,828, and 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
And now for the rapid weather report. It's hot and humid with highs of 41 degrees and humidity nearly 70%.
Before we get into our top stories, I have a question for you. Are designer handbags worth it? A LinkedIn post lifted the lid on designer handbags chains. They're basically calling it the scam of the century. So you know these Christian Dior handbags that everyone has?
Yes.
As an example, apparently Christian Dior, LVMH, the manufacturer, super wealthy company, they are charging customers $2,500. How much do you think it's costing to make?
I honestly wouldn't give it more than $50.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'll tell you what, because my aunt, she works at Chanel, and she did tell us, like, by the way, you guys, the things that you get that are so pricey, they don't require a lot to make.
Well, now we know.
You pay for the name.
$57.
Yes, you pay for the name,
but
not
why?
for anything.
Why are we paying? Like, people, we're paying this money. Like, if anyone's watching, let's be honest. Anyone watching the show out in the back, Farah, do you own a designer good? We're talking these luxury, high-priced goods, or have you gifted someone a luxury, high-priced good in your lifetime?
I mean, I do own some of like the goods, but mainly jewelry, like, you know, like a bracelet and things like that. However, the same thing can be made at like a gold manufacturer on like at any gold shop.
Yeah, but so do you own the brand? Have you bought the brand?
Yeah.
And now when you look at these prices, it's like, is it a scam? And also they're looking at kind of the workers that have been, so basically LVMH, they've been put under court administration after the court ruling said their manufacturing units mistreated migrant workers. Like, the reality is, do you want to be holding a handbag that stands for that? Is this news going to change the way we see designer goods? Is it? Or are we attached to these brands?
I think honestly that people are already aware, because there are so many dupes that are everywhere, whether they're perfume dupes, whether they are even makeup dupes, whether they're even handbag dupes. They're all over the internet.
Yeah, but the dupes are because people want to subscribe to the brand. Because we have this like, oh, these brands are amazing, I want to be holding the back. That's why the dupes are there.
Yeah.
But why? Like, why do we want to hold a big label? And like, by the way, I'm guilty of it, so I play devil's advocate. But why do we want to hold a big label that says I've paid 30 times its actual value? Are we just holding mug on our, you know, like, I'm an idiot for paying this much money, and the brand mistreats workers?
I'll tell you something. So there's a theory that says rich people are they do not hold brands, they do not care about showing off, they are in the simplest outfits ever. However, people who pretend to be rich would want to hold such brands because they want to show people that, hey, listen, I have money, so I'm going to hold this Dior bag because I want to show you that I have money.
It's a status symbol.
Yeah, literally, that's the only thing that, and Dior people, brands like Dior, Gucci, Chanel, and Opti, they don't target people who actually have money. They target people who want to pretend that they have money. And that is something.
Massa's saying it might be overpriced, but the leather, but if we still look at the cost to manufacture the bag, Massa, it was $57. So regardless if the leather is better and the quality is better, it still doesn't cost a lot to make, and we're still overpaying by 30 times. So why not go to a regular store that's got good leather? Why are we paying for this big label?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think this tote could go out of style because this is very much in style in 30 years. But it's a status symbol that people pay for.
Exactly.
But with this knowledge that we're genuinely paying 40 times more than its actual price, and the person who made it for you was mistreated, will you still
buy it? No, not at all. Because I think, that's exactly that. That's true. That's true as well, because like the same thing, you know what I mean? Like both Shein, Shein is amazing with its dupes regarding clothing and even handbags and so on, and they are as well like know that to mistreat their workers, because they are overworking and it's slavery, and the list goes on, and I think you can get like pieces that are high quality, where you know that it doesn't need to be a brand. It doesn't need to be like, hey, this I'm wearing a Dior or like a Gucci shirt or a Gucci bag. It doesn't make sense. It's fine. It's okay. Maybe you can have like maybe one piece. That's fine. But like, again, if you're really rich, I don't think you would really care.
I think you're right. I think know what you're purchasing comes from. We're entering a much more, we're entering an era of conscious purchases.
Yes.
People actually, you see a trend online of the person behind the brand is showing their faces, they're showing their supply chain, they're showing how they went to a place to get the market, and people are buying into these brands more often, and maybe it's a shift in fashion for the better. Let's see.
I think so. I agree with you, honestly, because like a lot of people, and specifically this generation, they don't care about where are the things from. They really don't care about brands, they don't care about money, they don't care about these materialistic things. They rather care about humanity and so on. And when Shein got called out for overworking their employees, and of course that happened, this generation, it was like a full on, it was all over the internet, and people stopped buying from it. And
yes, but we talk a good game, but the Shein is probably going to do an IPO soon, and it's entering India. So I think it's actually, despite all our big talk, it's still doing very, very well. Let's jump in to our top story of the day. Announced yesterday, the Jebel Ali Beach is getting a makeover. Who doesn't love more beaches? A big announcement about new beaches in Dubai came through, and as part of the Dubai 2040 Master Plan's goal to develop and expand the Emirates public beaches by 400%, Dubai has approved the master plan and designs for the Jebel Ali Beach development project.
The unique project spans 6.6 kilometers and covers a total area of 330 hectares. The post highlighted as well Dubai's commitment to implementing pioneering projects that enhance quality of life and strengthen the city's position as the world's best place to live and work in. Of course, this is one of the best news for me because I know for a fact that the city is shifting towards the Jebel Ali Expo area. So that's cool. Just like I think that's the new downtown Dubai.
It shows a definite shift in Expo is building up. People are looking to move there at Al Maktoum Airport. And also one of the first comments on the post was, I hope they have a dog-friendly beach, because dog owners in the city will remember only a couple of years ago, that was the most common place that you could go. It was a big open beach, and you're allowed to take your pets there, and that was then changed for redevelopment, and we haven't heard news of it since. So with this redevelopment, we could just cross our fingers that maybe they'd have a dog-friendly beach down there.
Well, I really hope so, because then I think that would be maybe the time for me to get a dog. I don't know, I'm just like giving, like, I would find any excuse to get a dog right now, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I as well hope that there would be a beach that's dog friendly. That's beautiful. And if you guys are living in like the further areas of Dubai, just like be aware because this is going to be the new central Dubai where like it's going to be the cool hot spot.
It's so interesting. But we're talking about the new airport. Let's go back to the current one. An update that came this weekend. Only passengers allowed inside DXB during this peak busy season. It is busy season. Dubai International Airport issued an advisory ahead of its upcoming peak travel season as it's gearing up for a significant increase in passengers from July 6th to 17th, with an anticipated total of 3.3 million guests arriving and departing through the terminals at that time. It's estimated that 286,000 guests will be passing through DXB on July 13th alone.
The busy season has begun and will continue until July 17, when 3.3 million passengers will travel through DXB terminals. The airline has asked that you follow these guidelines. So Emirates passengers should utilize online check-in. Fly Dubai passengers must arrive at least 4 hours prior to departure. Other airline passengers must arrive at least 3 hours prior to departure.
Take notes. Also, only guests, i.e. passengers, will be permitted inside the terminals during peak periods. And finally, access to the arrivals forecourts in Terminal 1-3 is restricted to public transport and authorised airport vehicles only, i.e. you cannot bring your car up to Terminal 3, 1 and 3, the forecourt arrivals areas. You won't be allowed to stop your car. And if you're planning to go and say goodbye to your loved one at the airport, that's not allowed at DXB during this period. I hadn't heard of that before. I think in Sharjah Airport, you're not allowed inside. Before, this is from Simar Boss, who travelled there recently, so I don't know if it's during peak periods or all the time, but because the airport is so small, they only let passengers within 2 hours of your flight into the airport, 2 or 3 hours into the airport.
Okay.
So because it's so small, they can't allow it to overcrowd. There'd be too many people in the lounges if you're coming in advance. This isn't as strict as that, but it's basically saying only passengers are allowed in because it's just going to be so busy.
I think honestly, the fact that they have created those rules, it's because of like they don't want it to be too crowded. And of course, it's summer season. A lot of people are leaving Dubai, and a lot of people are coming to Dubai for, tourism, and people are going back to their countries for their own reasons because like they have, of course, like their families are there and so on. So like with that, I think it would be a lot of like traffic of people, and that organization is what we need right now at the airport, considering the fact that it's a lot of people going and coming back. So yeah, just like if you guys follow these rules, then I think it would be like perfect. And honestly, I feel like the best one that has worked, as I've seen around my family, the online check-in, because like it just like eases things up really. It gets smooth and easy and fast and just like, you know.
And my mum was travelling out and she was bringing a lot of suitcases home, and she's an elderly lady. We didn't want her to carry her bags, so we used the Emirates check-in your bag service. It's with Donata, and a lovely man came to our home the night before. She checked in, gave her luggage, handed it over. They brought the luggage. She was bringing a carpet home, and she was like, you're thinking, because her flight was at 7 a.m. So at 4 a.m. she'd be up with the carpet with the suitcases. It wasn't possible. So they checked her in online from home, brought her bags to the airport for her. So the next morning she didn't have to go to the airport as early, and she didn't have to carry her bag. So she got to the airport already checked in, bags already done. Such a breeze. Like you pay for it, it's like 250, 260 dirham.
It's nothing.
But for ease of travel, especially maybe if you have kids or if you're elderly and you can't carry your bag, like what an amazing service.
Agreed. And not only it as well cuts off a lot of stress, because like when you have like a lot of bags and you are gonna wear them and all of these things, you know, you are probably stressed and you don't know what's gonna happen if your bag is heavy or not. And then it's like, if it's heavy, like, oh my God, you're gonna have to open the bag and remove stuff and try to like organize between a bag and another, which is a lot, you guys. So like, if you guys just like ease it up on yourselves, you are gonna cut stress, and it would be like a smooth transition of like, you know, you can go and have fun and have the vacation of your dreams.
This is exactly what happened. She was traveling with so much stuff and the suitcases was well overweight, but because you're at home, you don't have the embarrassment. It was just the embarrassment of the family seeing us like, you know, moving the plates and moving like all this like heavy equipment from one to the other. Can I bring this? Can I bring that? So you don't have to do it there solo. And also because you can't bring family into the airport, if you have a lot of stuff and you have to shift suitcases, it just made it a whole lot easier. So it's a Donata service with Emirates. I can't remember the name exactly, but particularly for traveling with people, heavy bags, it's a winner.
You guys just follow the rules. Trust me, it will be beneficial for you guys. Well, I want to jump to another story, which I honestly really think it's very cute. So a Dubai man turns to Facebook looking for a woman he met at an Irish pub. In modern day quest for romance, a man in Dubai has turned to social media after a chance encounter at an Irish pub left him seeking a mysterious blonde woman. Now, the encounter took place at McGaptery's in JVT, where the man, whose identity remains undisclosed, shared a fleeting but memorable moment with the woman.
I think they were watching the Irish-South Africa match and it was McCafferty's. So with the hopes of reconnecting, he took to Facebook and he posted this heartfelt plea to the Irish expat community, and this quickly gained momentum. So what happened was McCafferty's then posted his quest for love and also shared his plea on their Instagram page. The pub's gesture has sparked a wave of support and shares across social media platforms as the community rallies to reunite the couple.
And as the search continues online, the story serves a reminder of the power of social media and bringing people together across vast distances and amidst, of course, the busy city life, which I love the story. And while many do say, hey, he is being desperate, I don't think he's being desperate. Why don't we go back to the 70s? Sorry, the 1970s, where the man would pursue a woman and the woman would be they're feeling like a princess.
Yeah, it's such a mixed bag because it's basically, they're not really a couple. He basically said, I didn't get her name or her number. So if anyone knows, she's from Northern Ireland, she's blonde. And then he said she's a teacher, she works with children with special needs in schools. And it's just such a reaction of people who have a comment about this. I and agree with you. The first comment I'm reading here is, bruv, if she wanted to, she would have, just saying. I just think that it's a bit of fun. He's not saying he wants to marry her. He's saying he met her. He didn't get her name or number, but he'd like to continue the conversation. So why not? But let's put it to the woman. Would you be chuffed by this, or would you think a bit weird?
No, honestly, I would be like, oh my God, that's very cute if a guy actually saw me and thought I'm cute and he would want to talk to me. Of course, I'm not we're not psychotic. We're not going to be like, fine, I'm going to marry you. She's going to get to know him, he's going to get to know her, and if it's meant to be, it will be. However, I think it's cute. What do you think?
Well, Miss Duet does not agree. She said, if she didn't give her your number, there's a reason. Have you not seen the one documentary your entire life? So some people were like, look, this could be a bit creepy. I think it totally depends on what actually happened between those two. Because if you meet someone and you do have a vibe and for whatever reason you didn't get to exchange numbers, you would also hope, she's probably on Facebook, on Instagram looking for him. However, if he misread some signals and if he's going too far, it's creepy. But there's no pressure on this woman to come forward. There's absolutely so actually, in terms of finding someone, he could have maybe found her DM'd. There's other ways to go about it. In this way, if she liked him, she can get in touch. Doesn't need to be a public thing. If she didn't like him, she can make sure he's blocked because his name is on the Facebook page.
Look, I think honestly, if he asked her for her number and she didn't give it to him, then yes, he should give up. But he didn't
I don't think he's going to put this. There's no way he would have put this if he had asked and she'd said no. He basically said, I didn't get a chance to get the number.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance. So I think honestly this is a man, persuading a woman, which I think it's cute. I think it's cute, honestly. Because, so as a woman, I don't know. For me as a woman, I would not be if I'm talking to a guy, let's say at a bar or a restaurant, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you're cute, have my number. I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, he didn't ask for my number. That's the narrative that's going to be in my head. So I would say, and I would assume that is the narrative that is in her head.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's cute, and I think there's no pressure on her to come forward if she doesn't want to. And you know, people, as you said, some people are saying desperate, other people are saying nothing wrong. Dubai can be lonely. Perhaps this is the one for you, and other people are invested in the love story. So if anything happens, keep us updated. It's summer, it's quiet, there's not much stories. We want to know what happens.
Please.
Is this the Dubai modern love story from McCafferty's on a Friday night that we've all been waiting for? I hope so.
I mean, it's very cute because like when you're in Dubai, you go like, oh my God, I'm not meeting anyone. How do I meet people? And that's how you meet people. But then sometimes the guy can maybe be very, I don't know, he might have panicked and not asked her for her number.
Yeah.
You know, he might have been like...
Other things on his mind, busy bar,
literally.
Packed, sports going on.
Literally. Anything must have happened. Anything.
And this was his way to get in touch.
So
we salute this effort. We salute it.
Let us know on the modern Dubai love story. So you guys, I want to jump to another story that as well has a lot of controversy. Model posing as a live mannequin sparks an online debate. Now, a viral video from Dubai has sparked international attention and debate as a model's unconventional performance as a live mannequin in a local shop goes viral on social media. Now, the footage initially posted on the model's TikTok page has garnered nearly 180,000 views and counting, drawing both fascination and criticism.
In another Dubai story that has gotten global attention, in the video, the model seamlessly blends into the store display. So at some points she's rigid, typical of mannequins, and then she subtly moves and surprises unsuspecting shoppers because she's not, in fact, a mannequin, she is a human. While some viewers found the performance creative and entertaining, others have raised ethical concerns around the stunt.
Now, many expressed their thoughts online, with many expressing discomfort over the blurring of lines between human beings and commercial props. Critics argued that such performance could exploit models by objectifying them and diminishing their, I would say, agency, turning them into mere spectacles for entertainment.
I don't agree.
I don't agree either.
I don't know. Like, I think one of the ethical concerns is how long is she standing out there? You know, like, is she there for 8-10 hours a day? I think it's one video. I think it's really smart marketing by this store, and the marketing has worked because good publicity or bad publicity, it's made international headlines of this one store in Dubai.
I agree with you. Honestly, it's smart marketing, and people who are bashing the model out. Let me say something to you guys. She is a model, and she is doing her job. I mean, if she is walking on a runway, she is as well being objectified, of course. You know what I mean? Like, even if she is, let's say, a photo shoot model. She's having a photo shoot. She's wearing her outfit, and she is having her pictures taken. And the same goes for her walking down the runway. And that's what a model's job is, you know what I mean? And she just, like, I think it's smart marketing done by the shop. And they got, like, this, like, live model to try out for, like, different outfits. And people who think that she's, like, standing there for, like, 8 hours, I don't think so. And that's what, and by the way, like, if you guys think that a model's job is, like, to just, like, go and take some pictures and walk the runway, it's not that easy, you know? They do work 8 hours a day. And we just don't know it. We just don't know how the lifestyle of a model is. However, people are telling her own narrative of a life of a model. I think, why are we doing that?
I think it's more, I don't think it's about the life of a model. I think people are just concerned. People would be, if we're saying a model has to work 8 hours a day or something on their feet, people are raising concern over her kind of standing there for 8 hours a day, but that's not what's happening. It's simply, it's a cool idea, and I think people are just being overly sensitive to something that's just a bit of fun.
That's true.
And, you know, even if the store was poking the bear a little bit, why not?
Yeah, and I think as well, you know what, I think why they got a live model is because when you see the clothes on a mannequin, on like a plastic mannequin, it looks different than when you wear it.
Yeah, so true.
That is so smart because like they got someone to actually wear it so the clothes can actually show as they are and how they might look on you. Yes, of course, you know, we all have different bodies, that's for sure. But, you know, I think that's very smart of them to showcase their clothes rather than I would think that that's so cool.
That's
honestly
such a good point. That's such a good point that the clothes will look more realistic on the human rather than the mannequin. However, do I want to see humans in all shop fronts? No, definitely not. How weird would that be?
That'd be creepy.
Because you use the storefront to see. You know, when you walk past the store, you're looking at yourself. You're like, how do I look today? You don't want someone to be like, hey, you definitely don't want that. I just think it's a fun marketing campaign. And I think it's cool for it to have happened in Dubai because we sometimes want to be at the forefront of, marketing and ads and social media. Are we always there? I'm not sure. So it's actually really cool that something like this is getting attention. And when you look at the comments on Lovin Dubai, most people get that it's a bit of fun and there's no need to be so sensitive to things. And also it's it's a 10-second video.
True.
So if you're getting so triggered by that, maybe take a step back.
If
take a
she
breather.
did not like it, she wouldn't have posted the video. Right? So I don't know why people are like, oh my god, this is very, very funny, and people are like really calling her out for it when it's her job, and for sure she likes it. If she doesn't like it, then she wouldn't post it.
There you go. 8:55 Monday morning. That means it's the start of a new week. We hope you have a fabulous day, and we'll see you back right here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Thank you, Farah.
Thank you, Casey.